anyhow, I'm Daryl Faber, and I'm the Director of Parks, Arts, and Recreation for the City of Auburn. And it's great to have our 102nd day Mayor, Nancy Backus, with us today as well. She's going to speak in just a second. What a beautiful day. Mount Rainier in the background, a new tree in the foreground. And Auburn is extremely proud of their parks. We're proud of the trees we have in our parks. We have 600 acres of open space and thousands of trees. And for every tree we take down after it gets too old or is diseased, if it's a 20-inch tree, we try to plant 10 2-inch trees so that we maintain the same canopy for future generations that we have today. And so this is the 141st day of Arbor Day. It started in Nebraska by a gentleman who thought, of all states, Nebraska, huh? You'd think, why would you start an Arbor Day there? But they planted thousands of trees there, and it's a beautiful flowing area of trees now. And we commemorate that every year on Arbor Day in Auburn. And this year we are planting this beautiful tree. And we have some special people in the audience today that are going to speak in a minute, but I want to recognize them first. We have Council Member John Holman. We have Council Member Wayne Osborne. From the Tree Board, we have Bryce Landrud, who owns a great tree company. If you want a tree company that saves your trees and trims them properly, give Bryce a call. I'll put in a pitch for him. And James, I'm going to ruin your last name. He's actually been on Tree Board a couple of weeks. Taronjo. Sounds like a fine drink on a Friday night. I'm going to have a Taronjo. Okay, and Barbara Smith from the Auburn Garden Club is going to say a few words in a few minutes as well as Mickey McNaughton from Washington DNR. Where's Mickey? I saw her earlier. And she's also with the Arbor Day Foundation. So anyhow, I will pass the mic over to Mayor Backus, who has a special guest with her as well. And I will leave you with the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best is today.
Thank you, Daryl. Still morning. Good morning, everyone. So I do have a special guest with me today, and her name is Lily Bringle. Lily just turned 9, and the reason Lily is here with us today is because Lily sent me this wonderful letter. I'd been in office about a month, and I received this wonderful letter, and I want to share it with you today. It says, "Dear Mayor Backus, congratulations for getting elected. My name is Lily Bringle, but call me Lily. I'm 8 years old, and I do karate at the AKEA. I wanted to ask you if I could plant more trees. Too many trees are getting chopped down. If we planted more trees, there would be more green, and we might even save some animals. Love, Lily. P.S. Happy Valentine's Day." Now, how can you argue with a wonderful letter like that, right? Lily understands the importance of our trees and what they do for our community and what they do for all living creatures. And so, since she was so passionate about that, I wanted to make sure that Lily was our special guest today to help us plant this tree. And I believe I have a proclamation. Do I have the proclamation? I want to share the proclamation that we have. And you all know how much I love whereases, right? So there's only 4 in this one. But I'll have you say them with me when we get to that point. The first one, whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for planting of trees, and this holiday, called Arbor Day, was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska, and whereas, awesome, you guys are great. 2014 is the 141st anniversary of the holiday, and Arbor Day is now observed through the nation and the world, and whereas trees can reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cut heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce life-giving oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife, and whereas trees are a renewable resource, giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and wherever they are planted, a resource of joy, beauty, and spiritual renewal. And one last time, whereas members of the Auburn Garden Club, statewide Washington Community Forestry Council, Department of Natural Resources, and the Auburn Urban Tree Board, and my special guest, Lily Bringle, will join city officials and Auburn Parks Art and Recreation Department employees in planting a tricolor beech tree as part of the Arbor Day commemoration. And now, therefore, I, Nancy Backus, Mayor of the City of Auburn, do hereby proclaim April 11th, 2014 as Arbor Day in the City of Auburn, and I urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and to support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to delight the heart and promote the well-being of our citizens now and for future generations. Dated April 7th, 2014. What do you think, Lily? Do you have anything you'd like to say? No? Are you excited to be here today?
Yeah.
Yes? And are you going to help us plant a tree?
Mm-hmm.
And which shovel do you think is yours?
That one.
That one right there. You know what? They call me the short mayor, and so it could have been for me, but I think today it's probably for you. All right? Thank you so much for being here with me today, Lily. I really appreciate it. Whoops. And we're going for ice cream after this.
All right. We have a gift for Miss Lily. On behalf of the tree board and the various departments from Auburn, we have a book on gardening and tree care for you.
Thank you.
So thank you for loving trees.
That's awesome, Lily. Of course he does.
Of course I do.
Of course he does.
Wow, what a great crowd. It sure makes a difference when it's not raining. Right? Maybe better weather for planting and when it's raining, but we'll take the sun whenever we can get it. My name's Bryce Landry. I've lived in the city of Auburn in one way or another for the last 50 years or so, and proud to be a resident here, and that's what spurred me to first join the Urban Tree Board. I'm the chair now, and my predecessor, Len Elliott, did a fantastic job before I came around. What we do is we just try to raise awareness of proper tree care and proper tree planting and the proper use of trees in our urban forests around the city of Auburn, and try to help the residents of Auburn take care of their trees a little bit better. We try to help get more trees planted. We do various street projects where we'll take underforested roads and try to get the public involved with a planting project so we can get more trees on some of the street right-of-ways that are currently not served very well, or they've got old and beat up or not very healthy trees. And we try to have conversations with the various HOAs around town, which always have a board, and then they've got a lot of members that want to do something with the tree in front of their yard, but they're not sure whether they can or whether they should or what they should do or shouldn't do. So, and then we help locate and recognize some of the significant trees in the city of Auburn. There's a lot of trees in Auburn that are over 100 years old, and we want to recognize those and keep the owners apprised of the value that those trees have over the long haul. So if we have anybody that's interested in joining us, we meet once a month on a Tuesday, the day after the first council meeting of the month, and we'd love to have some more members to get involved. So thank you.
Thank you, Bryce. All right. And this time I'd like to introduce Mickey McNaughton, and she is with the Washington State Department of Natural Resources and the Arbor Day Foundation. Thanks, Mickey, for coming down.
You bet. Thank you, Mr. Faber. I just wanted to congratulate Auburn. This is your 11th straight year as a Tree City USA. That's terrific. Yay. Give yourselves a big hand. It's so great to see this many people here participating, too. Thank you all for coming. I want to commend the mayor and council and the tree board and the garden club and all the volunteers, everybody. I mean, I can't believe how many people were involved in this particular park. This is stellar. This is magnificent. I got here a little early, so I've gotten to walk around and really enjoy it. And I do want to recognize Rich. I'm sorry, Rich, I don't even know your last name, but thank you for choosing this fantastic tree. I love beeches. They're very dear to my heart, and we have not only this tricolor, but we have several upright beeches over near the sidewalk. This is going to be very beautiful. Great tree selection, thanks. I wanted to back up a little bit and talk about why Arbor Day got started in Nebraska. Mr. Morton, who knows Morton Salt? Okay, same guy. J. Sterling Morton started the Morton Salt Company. But he was originally from Michigan. So, you know, he got to a certain point in his life and he decided time to get married, start a family. So he went back to Michigan. He's already living in Nebraska City. He went back to Michigan to find a wife. Found a lovely, delightful young woman who was fine with following him west, out to the frontier, kind of scary. They left St. Louis, went up the Missouri River, disembarked at Nebraska City. The family story goes that she stepped off the boat, she looked around and she said, "Mr. Morton, I cannot live here. There are no trees." So he set out to change that situation. As a Tree City, you are part of a wonderful community. There are 83 other Tree Cities in the state of Washington. There are 3,400 and growing throughout the United States and Canada. It's a wonderful family. Thank you for participating in it and for being such a vital part of that active community. I would like to present an Arbor Day flag to Mayor Backus at this time. And Lily, if you would come up, we'll open it up so everybody gets to see the Arbor Day Tree City USA logo. Congratulations on 11 great years.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mickey, for coming down and for the efforts that the State DNR and the Arbor Foundation do. And I'd like to really recognize one more time. I don't know, Barbara, if you want to say a few words about the Garden Club. Every year, the Garden Club actually purchases the tree for the city, but they do so many other things in our community, and I'm sure they're always looking for more people interested in flowers and gardening. So, Barbara, why don't you say a few words about what the Garden Club does?
Well, I just wanted to say that the Auburn Garden Club is very honored to purchase a tree for the city of Auburn every year, because it's our goal to really make our parks nice. And I was amazed when I came. I had never been to Lee Park before, and as I walked in, I thought, wow, this is really great. Auburn really has nice parks. And the Auburn Garden Club has been around since 1924. It's about 85 years or so. And what we do is we're part of the National Garden Club. And so we reflect their ideals, and that is to educate the public on gardening and to furnish the city and parks with monies to do things, and also to create an atmosphere where people can be creative. Like we have our flower show at the Senior Center every 2 years. It's on our schedule to put that on, and so we do that. The Auburn Garden Club now has 42 members, so everybody contributes in their own way. And we are always looking for new members, people that would be really interested in learning different things. Every month we meet at the William Warren Building over in Veterans Park, and we put on a program. If you're interested in coming, you can come and take part. We have various speakers on different topics, and that's kind of what we do. And so if anybody's interested in joining the Garden Club, give us a holler, and we're always looking for new members.
Great. Thanks a lot for all you do. Well, the only thing left to do today is to plant this tree. We've had years, when I came 10 years ago, we actually dug the hole and decided we went to some parks that has really bad soil. So now our park staff pre-digs, which is appreciated. So let's get tree board and elected council officials and Lily and the mayor each to grab a shovel.
It's time, Lily.
Let's make it so this tree has that looks like some quality soil for the hill especially. So get in here.
Ready?
Tossing.
1, 2, 3. Woo!
Okay, finish the job. Just as a little side bit, this park was a resident, or its property was a residence. It had a small little farm on it, and the family sold it to the Green River College Foundation, which was very appreciated. And then the city, who had an old athletic complex next door that had a basketball, small court, and a baseball diamond, transferred the land where they're going to build a new trades building, so we could build a new park on this property. And so it was a great deal for the college, it was a great deal for the city, and a really great deal for the neighborhood. So it's great to have a presence up here on Lee Hill, and appreciate the neighbors that came out today and also the young ones on the playground. So thanks to everybody for coming out, and we'll be back next year for Arbor Day 142.